They promised resurrection. They promised the Thylacine would walk again. Colossal Bioscience, miracle headlines, a wonder of modern CRISPR, but you've been lied to. They sell you de-extinction as science. They whisper a word, CRISPR. It sounds powerful, mysterious, but what is CRISPR? It's simply a tool, molecular scissors cutting and pasting DNA, useful for tweaking traits, but cutting genes is not creation. Editing fragments is not resurrection. The Thylacine genome is incomplete. Entire sequences missing. CRISPR cannot fill those gaps, and yet the word alone, whispered into headlines, is enough to seduce the public. This is not science. This is a spectacle, and spectacle sells. CRISPR is not salvation, it's a strategy. First, trait control for profit. Corporations dream of selling strength, intelligence, even resistance to disease to the highest bidder. Life itself turned into a commodity. The second, regulation. They cannot test openly on humans, but animals? Convenient. Less regulation, less scrutiny, and every failure, every deformity, every stillbirth disappears into the shadow of research. CRISPR is not conservation, it's a rehearsal, a dress rehearsal for the control of human genetics, a future where biology is for sale. They promise a return of the Thylacine, but if a clone is made, what becomes of the real one? The survivor running wild in Victoria. It is erased. Every sighting becomes an escaped clone. Every footprint dismissed as a lab release. The wild Thylacine becomes invisible, buried beneath a corporate copy. Cloning does not save the Thylacine. It kills its legitimacy. It takes the living truth and replaces it with a manufactured myth. A lab-made ghost to bury the real survivor. Enter the influencers. Forrest Galante, celebrity conservationists paraded as proof. Glossy documentaries, emotional cells, paid faces selling illusions, not truth. This is a theatre, not conservation. Their mission, not the Thylacine, but the illusion of its return. Follow the money. It flows into Australian universities. At the University of Melbourne, Colossal funds the so-called Thylacine Research Lab. Professors speak of breakthroughs, but what they gain is not truth. In 2025, that lab was absorbed into Colossal Australia, a corporate takeover disguised as science. University of New South Wales and others now angle for partnerships because association with Colossal means grants, donors, and international recognition. This isn't discovery, it isn't conservation, it's a trade. Universities sell their celebrity, Colossal buys their science. This is not research, it is PR in a lab coat. Colossal presents itself as the saviour. They promise to rescue the Thylacine, to restore what was once lost, but behind the mask there is no devotion, no care, only cash. This is not the enemy of the Thylacine. Enemies are honest. Hunters, farmers, governments. You can see them. You can resist them. Colossal is worse. Colossal is a traitor. A traitor speaks the language of salvation while feeding the lie of extinction. The enemy kills the body. The traitor kills the truth. Colossal does not care if the Thylacine lives. They care if the myth pays. Tasmania is paraded as the Thylacine's grave. Governments and universities sell extinction as heritage, tourism, prestige, global headlines. But Tasmania is a distraction. The truth breathes elsewhere. Here is the truth they do not want you to know. The Thylacine is not gone. It never was. And the strongest evidence lies not in Tasmania, but on Victorian ground. Mainland Victoria has 728 recorded sightings, Tasmania just 349. Victoria alone, 179 reports. Gippsland farmers describe striped dog-like predators in paddocks. Otway Ranges, hikers glimpse stiff-tailed figures vanishing into trees. Grampian tourists take photographs of strange animals denied by the authorities. Wilson's Promontory, fleeting shadows cross heath, striped backs burned into memory. Victoria's wilderness, Otways, East Gippsland, high country, Wilson's Promontory, vast, impenetrable. Species once extinct, rediscovered. The leadbetter possum, the night parrot, experts laughed until proven wrong. Apex predators do not vanish without a trace. Dingoes and thylacines coexisted for millennia. Their erasure is a myth, not fact. So why cling to extinction? Because extinction is profitable. Colossal sells you resurrection. Universities sell grants and politicians sell prestige. If the Thylacine survives in Victoria, the billion-dollar de-extinction industry collapses. Survival is the truth. Extinction is the lie. Every sighting, every report, farmers, hikers, even scientists, all met with the same response. Laughter, mockery, tabloid headlines. The Thylacine reduced to a sideshow, a punchline. Why? Because ridicule is control. The media does not investigate, it entertains. It whips up the public into a frenzy of scorn. They are not princes, not rulers, they are the court jesters. And the jesters has no power of its own. He dances to its paymaster. Look closer. Influencers like Forrest Galante step into the role. They release manufactured evidence, shaky footage, stage silhouettes, not to prove survival, but to fuel disbelief. To make the serious ridiculous. And when real evidence surfaces, tracks, sightings, even photographs, it's waved away with contempt and mangy fox. This is not truth, this is theatre, and the jester's laughter protects the throne of extinction, the throne of profit. Follow the money. Behind the jesters, behind the ridicule, stand the beneficiaries. Thomas Tull, billionaire architect of the spectacle. In-Q-Tel, a CIA-linked venture capital, funding biotech for strategic ends. TWG Global, led by Mark Walter, billionaire sports and finance mogul. Peter Jackson, 15 million poured into de-extinction, carrying Hollywood's cultural power. Chris Hemsworth and his brothers, celebrity faces for the Thylacine project. Even Leonardo DiCaprio, through Rewild, lends his name to the myth. These are not saviours, they are moguls, marketeers, financiers. The Thylacine is not their mission, it's their product. The Thylacine never vanished. It survives. Gippsland paddocks, Otway shadows, Wilson Promontory silence. You were never meant to know, you were meant to believe in extinction. Extinction can be paid, hyped and sold, but survival threatens it all. The Thylacine is alive, and extinction is a lie. Ambiguous world will not be swayed by noise, not by conjecture, not by mockery. The evidence is building, the patterns are playing out. Once is happenance, twice is coincidence, the third time is enemy action. Thanks for watching. If you liked this video, please hit that like button and also the new feature, Hype. It really helps small channels like myself to grow. Also, check out my latest video on the left.